If you're struggling with freestyle breathing or you feel a change in your body line throughout the stroke cycle, pay attention to this video because I'm going to highlight one key aspect that is causing you to sink. Hey swimmers, welcome back to the Swim Vice channel. I'm Coach Mandy and today's topic is highlighting one habit that can cause you to sink in your freestyle technique. Now before I get started, if you are new to the channel or you've been watching my content, be sure to hit the red subscribe button below. That way you stay notified for new and exciting content weekly, and of course you show your support for the channel. All right, let's get into detail on what occurs and how to correct it.
So in these video demonstrations, be sure to pay attention to my head position and how it changes throughout the stroke cycle. So there's a point in your freestyle that if you slow down improperly, it can negatively impact your streamlining. So if you see my head position, how it changes from being up on the surface to sinking, that is due to my arm starting to slow down at different areas of the stroke. So here in this freeze frame, if you notice the level of my head position right here, which is right in front of the bow wave, and that's actually where your head position should maintain throughout. It does not change. So as you see at this point, this is a level that my head position should maintain at. However, right here, you'll see in just a moment that my cap is completely buried under the water. So at this point, my whole body line is in a straight line. However, I'm sinking under the water. So if you feel this constant kind of slowing down, speeding up, or any kind of change in position, most likely you are either stalling or slowing down some part of the high side arm. And it could be at different areas. You can see here again, I've slowed down the arm about midway and my whole body starts to drop. The reason being isn't because I'm over rotated. It has to do with the arm slowing down, and the arm is heavy. So when you start moving forward and you intentionally slow down too much or relax too much at that point, it can negatively impact your freestyle technique, which can also make breathing harder. So as you continue to watch this video, I will show you from different perspectives how dramatic just this one part of the stroke can negatively impact your freestyle technique. However, now that you saw the level of my head position moving, here it is corrected in the same viewpoint. So you can see my head position level does not change. It doesn't sink, it doesn't move around, it stays absolutely still. Reason being, the arm does not pause or slow down. It stays at the same rate from exit to entry. There's a flow to it. And that's the part of the stroke you do not want to slow down, because it's going to keep you gliding, it's going to keep you even, and you're less likely to sink, which overall makes breathing easier. Now here is from the side underwater, so you can see how much my body line sinks. And you can see how dramatic that is. And it can feel very heavy when swimming, and you may not realize you're doing it. I then correct it and actually put some flow into the high side arm, and you can see already my body line changes. So here it is slowed down, and you can see that if you were to just take my whole body line and move it up to the surface, that it's correct. But you see that I've sunk about a foot under the water. And if I try to breathe, that becomes really challenging. I could become out of breath. It's just overall uncomfortable. And that's all due to just slowing down the arm. Not that it's in the wrong place, just from slowing it down improperly. And that's how much it can dramatically affect your technique. So if you're watching this and you're working on efficiency and being more relaxed, yes, that is important, but it's also where you're channeling that relaxation that's important as well. So here again, you can see I slowed down at the entering point, and you can see how much it sinks my body line. So overall, what is causing any sort of sinking in this context is the high side arm only. And that's because it's the one part of your body that is out of the water that's not buoyant. And it can be extremely heavy if you slow it down. It can also exaggerate what's going on here if you are over rotated. So it just depends on how much degree of that sinking happens is really the source is due to slowing down. You'll see after I breathe that I start to speed up the arm and I let it flow forward with no interruption. And you can see that my body line is on the surface. There's no sinking and it maintains there throughout. There's no sinking and then popping up. Any type of up and down motion is just adding unnecessary resistance, slowing down, and shortening your strokes per length. Ideally, you want to eliminate all that noise, let the freestyle flow forward, have your timing even. And here is from the forward view underwater. You can see how much my body sinks, even afterwards. You can also see just by slowing down that arm, yes, I am sinking, but also you see a splay with my kick. Why that's happening is because my brain is sensing that my body line is sinking. So as a natural reflex, I'm going to try to find balance somewhere. In this case, my legs are trying to take over to restabilize my body line to pop back up on the surface. That also adds more drag and extra energy for no reason. So here you can see I've eliminated that slowing down and everything stays at the same level. My head position doesn't sink and does not move around. And here I just finished a breath. And as you just saw just a few seconds ago with a leg splay, you can't even see my kick because I'm still balanced. There's nothing that I have to do to compensate to get myself back up on the surface because I'm already there. And that's simply from letting the arm flow forward. So when you're able to eliminate these extra movements, your freestyle will feel so smooth, as it should. And even from this above surface video, you can see how much that dramatically changes the stroke, still just from watching above. So remember, the arm is heavy. If you slow it down, you will drop. If you speed it up too much, you're also rushing the stroke. You have to let the arm flow nice and even. Doesn't mean you need to swim fast, just means you need to take out any hesitation.
Okay, swimmers, that's it for today's quick tip video on freestyle. Now, if you're watching this and you're ready to take the next steps to achieve freestyle efficiency and to be able to breathe easy, hit the pinned comments below and join my SwimVice online program. All right, swimmers, enjoy your practice and I will see you all next week.